What's happening, everybody? How you doing tonight? Big Money NJ, chilling. Today's the big day, baby. Hero number 2, Awakening. Scarlett gonna come and get some. What? You know, I got to give props out to the developers for putting this season together, man. It's overwhelmed the first week, so I'm pretty jazzed. I was getting bored, but um, yeah, let's take a look at what we do, right? So you want to, and you may already have done this, but we're here to try to teach and show. So the battle pass came out today for Scarlett, which I purchased. Shh, don't tell nobody. Um, got those gold bars. You know what? They come in handy. So you got your battle pass, right? Which gave you this item right here, your awakening badge, right? Plus, again, all these other goodies, right? That'll help you on your journey. Did anything else drop tonight? See, yeah, and then Alliance Treasure Hunt goes right along with the Battle Pass so that you can start your collections. You've got your Mastery Pass. Your Lucky Choice is still giving you spins on the wheel. Your Camila's Shop. It's only got one more day, and I already took the 10. So that's not going to benefit me now. But you do have your awakening milestone right after you do the awakening. You can go in here and you can start to claim some of your rewards. You've got your alpaca, which is, all day, every day, right? Talking about 1,500 cores by itself for $30, plus the diamonds, plus the box, plus all of this. All right, so don't tell me it's not worth it. It's worth it, hella worth it, right? So get in there and take it. If you can take advantage of it, do it. If you were going to do one thing in this game that was a purchase, it would be this for me. I would do it every time, no doubt. So yeah, so you followed suit after the first week. You're gonna get your awakening milestones. Now, full transparency, my wings is my weakest march. So it's gonna come in handy. I run with Blood Rose. I never switched over. And then I decided I was going to start to build out my Guard of Order because everybody switched to wings, right? So it was just a little bit of an alternative strategy. But let's get into, here's my Wings of Dawn. They're just under 200 million. Not super powerful, but there's potential there, right? This right here, Ileana, she's a beast. So we're going to definitely work on it. And there's your Scarlett. I've already given her the awakening. I got to finish out some of these. I got to get the special weapon for Alma. So I got some work to do at Wings of Dawn. But this is definitely going to help with the power for them. And then I have to finish building out Evelyn's special weapon. I do have enough frags to finish it, but our versus is kind of sus this week, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to wait till next week, right? Because I want to get the points and I get the value. So let's go in here and let's take a look-see. Can we start up anymore, right? You can go in, you can get the awakening deal, right? Seems pretty good. Use them gold bars. And let's see what we can do. Can we get it to do the first star? And I'll show you what that looks like. And then I'll let you take it on the rest of your journey, right? Because it's just rinse and repeat at that time. But let's take a look at what kind of power we can talk about, right? We're going slight boosts, right? You're not going to get massive gains from the rip, right? But you are going to get at 3 a really nice buff on your troop DMG, and you're going to get that increased wow, the potential unleashed is up 50%. Okay. You're going to get that troop capacity increase again with the 10%. That's going to take a lot of people up and over 5,000 troops. Going to be some monsters out there, that's for sure. So do we have enough to be able to pump it up a little bit? Sure. Let's see what we can do. We got 1. I got a little bit over here. Okay, I got enough to do 1 full star. 2. I guess we're gonna have to go into here. All right. I want to confirm. I want to use the hero frags. That's number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Boom. What's up, Scarlett? We're fully enhanced 1 skill. Got me a little troop capacity, got me a little hero attack, a little defense, a little up on the skill cap. Now you can go in, and if you have the capacity, you can raise up your skill books. I'm going to save them because I want to use them for the 3rd skill, right? I've only got 35,000, and it's going to cost you 600 from 30 to 35. From 35 to 40, it's going to cost you 1,000 per. And then from 40 to 45, it's going to cost you 1,500. So to get to a full level 3, it's a lot of skill books. So keep that in mind. Focus on what you want your build to be, and don't waste your skill books. Is there anything else we can do with Scarlett? See, what do we got in the warehouse? Do we have any? See, we have more. Like we got some exclusive ones, but I've got these left over from Oliveira. So I may have enough to build out. So what do I need on the second? I need hey, my girl. What do I need? I need 5s. So I need 5, 10, 15, 20. I need 20 for this. So I'm going to go pull 20 from my warehouse. I can't take those because those are for Oliveira. But I can take these, and I'm going to take 20 of them. Now this is pretty cool. You can get 40 orange if you want. All right? So just keep that in mind. If you need to upgrade or you want to build out, you can use these and And you can get double of the orange if you're still building your orange heroes. So even for free-to-play players who are not going to upgrade and go red on those heroes, gather them anyway and then transfer them into orange ones so you can fully max out your orange heroes. Make sense? Hope so. All right, what else can we do in here? Let's go, Olivera. Come on, girl. And we got 20. Star them up. Bam. One more time. Bam. And again. Bam. One more. Bam. Fully capable. Part 2. Tap to close. What's the third one going to take? 10. So I need 50 more. So I'm going to go do 50 more, man. You know what, man? Why not? I got 50 in here. I could have went full bore. Use them. Let's get those 50. See what I mean? Look at that. 100. That's sweet. And we're going to get Scarlett to a full 3-star power right today. I'm pretty psyched about that I had enough to get her to 3 stars. So let's get this popping, right? 1, 2, 3. 3 full stars. Now I've got that third skill enhanced, right? Now what was that third skill? Once I get her up, 10% troop DMG. A global effect. So let's upgrade those skill books, right? So you see 600. This will be 3,200 by the time I'm done. Right? Now it's not 1,000, it's 800. Okay. I'm not mad about that. I just saved myself some. So that was 3,000 on 30 to 35. Now it's going to be 4,000. Okay. And now it's 1,000. So 681. And then I think the next one is 1,500. Okay. So to get it fully functioning, you have to get 10 to open her up. 3, 5, and 10 to get it 3 stars, right? So 15, 25, and then 50. So about 100. And then you need 600, 800, and 1,000. So 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000. So let's get this up to 45. And now I've got 10% DMG troop. Very nice. Let's see what it did for the power. Now, if you know this skill, what we do here is for my Wings of Dawn, right? Is she going to be more powerful on a baseline? So here's what I'm going to do, right? And you guys can do this too. You rebalance every once in a while. You pull all the equipment off, right? You take all your gear off of your top 3 marches, or your top 4 marches if you are lucky enough to have that many. I have 4, but my 4th march is kind of a ragtag. But so is that enough? Is that 15? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so I got to take it from these 3. See my Wings of Dawn? They're a little bit weak, right? All right, all 15 are off. But now look at the dynamic, man. Scarlett's my number 2 in power. That's crazy how she jumped everybody. A little over 3 mil with no gear. A little under 3 mil with no gear. Okay. Let's see what these two look like with. Let me see the. This will be curious. This top 5 is a powerhouse potentially. Let's see what it looks like. Now you're not going to get the buff, so I'm just playing around right now. But let's quick equip them. What'd I take her to? Almost 6 mil. 5.5. See what that first march looks like. I was over 400 on my first march. Yeah, it takes significant amount away right now. We want to edit those troops though, right? We want to go here, and we want to go here. 348. So you lose a lot with the buff, where you're not getting all of the synergy. But I could see at some point that you may need to mix and match, right? Anyway, that was cool. So again, you pull off all your gear, and let's remove the gear from these top ones for the sake of being quick. Skip over. I got my blood rose. I remember back when we got Selena, that was hilarious. Seems like a long time. And then, man, Bella just fell off. But, all right, so there's my Blood Rose march. Now, does my second march become Wings of Dawn now because of Scarlett? That's the question. Because I've got two. The next 2 powerful are Wings of Dawn. But then I've got 4 that are Guard of Order. So, but then these are significantly down, right? I got to work on these. So let's see what it looks like if I do Wings of Dawn first, okay? And we'll see which one comes out with more power. And then we'll go that way, right? So we've got skip over them. Go here. Now we want to go down to here and here. And let's go out and see what that march looks like. Wow. Wow. Okay. If you guys were looking at it before, it was like 190. Now it's up in the 270. So 270. Let's I'm gonna tell you now, it's gonna I don't think Wings of Dawn are gonna be as powerful, honestly. So let's unequip Wings of Dawn. And this is how you check your power and how you reallocate, right? When you wanna. So we go Harlena, Sakura, Amber, Evelyn, and then once we build up and get her special weapon, she's going to be a powerhouse, right? All right, so now you've got your, let's edit, 277, 216. All right. So the Guard of Order is a little bit more powerful than the Wings of Dawn. So we're going to leave it like it is. Now, let's go in and see where they're at when I give them the gear that they get, right? Oops. Quick equip. All right, there's my Wings of Dawn. They are aligned. Let's see if we got everybody in the march. 191. 601. 248. Like I said, we got some work to do. But hey, 191's nothing to gag. Look at this. 191 is not terrible. So we'll stay with that and keep the guard of order where it is. Overall, from a power dynamic, we're closing in on 100 mil. Just do some housekeeping quickly while we're in here. So yeah, so there's your upgrade to Scarlett, and where you're going to be able to find your resources, right? Your perks, you're going to find them here, right? If you are free to play, this is where you'll activate the battle pass if you're going for it. You'll also be able to gather them up in your Lucky Chance spins, in your Camila shop when it resets in a couple of days, in your Awakening, right? I'm going to claim up to 3 is where they'll start giving you a couple of Awakening badges. So it's 4, 6, 8. How many are they going to give me? 11. Okay. 6. Oh, stop me. In the Alpaca, you'll get a couple. There's some here. But there'll be more events and there'll be more opportunity to gather them. They put them in the trucks. They'll put them in the bounties at some point, right? So they do get creative and they allow you to find enough to gather, right? I'm going to need about 250, I think, now to upgrade to that 4. So right now I'm probably around 30. So I'm not going to even be close. It'll take me all week to gather up what I need to get her to 4. But you know, we'll get there. So that was the unveiling of Scarlett. Pretty cool, man. Once we build this out a little bit, very powerful and a nice buff. Remember, look at your skill books. You know, if you've got enough, bump them all up to 45. Right now, I don't have hardly enough. I've only got 23,000. I did a lot on Oliveira. I bumped her up to 50 because I went 4, right? Because her, you know, Troop DMG, man. I'm getting 20% on Troop DMG for both, you know, as a global effect. I mean, can't be mad. So, all right, everybody. This is Big Money NJ. Appreciate you joining me tonight. Come to the site, like and subscribe. Drop me some comments. A lot more content where we're going. Check out some of my sports betting. Check out some of my my slot machine videos, my advantage play. We just started building this out, man. It's gonna take a long time, but I'm having a lot of fun, and it's all free, and it's for you to help us in our Z Shooter journey. Everybody, bless up, man. Peace.